What do you think we're doing? What does it look like?
We're burning tape here.
Tape?
We're doing tape.
We're doing tape?
Cut the cameras.
This isn't in the budget. Who paid for that?
We're running on tape right now, okay?
Wait, no, that's...
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
That's a good one.
I think Fez has
Did you come up
Dave.
with that?
Yeah, I did actually in my sleep.
Sleep with one eye open.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you got to keep them guessing. Yeah, I'm always sleeping now.
What?
I'm always sleeping. I got one. Welcome to the Feature52 podcast, the show where we sit down and hang out with underground upcoming artists. Today, we've got Gabbi Fisher of Elevated Undergrounds, and you might think, oh, we just have one guest on the show today, but Elevated Undergrounds also includes our lovely Fez Reyes on guitar. So really, we got a twofer today.
Yeah. So I'm going to be asking myself questions in the third person today.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Gabby also is going to be taking my spot that I normally occupy on the 52 podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
So we
right.
might want to switch chairs. Do you want to?
I mean,
maybe. We can.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do that.
We're not,
Okay.
No, not
All
doing
right.
Can we switch chairs, Michael? Yeah. Guys, cut to Michael on
we
the.
can do that.
Put that low res image of him whenever he talks.
We'll get a low res
Give it up
image.
for Michael Westlake behind the camera.
this is sponsored by
There he
Capri.
Wait.
This is sponsored by Capri Sun, by
Yeah,
the way.
Westlake.
Capri Sun, thank you so much.
It's not, but
How you
if
doing,
it
S?
was, that would be awesome. Thank you.
We'll make you
Capri
a
Sun
song.
sponsor us, please.
Yeah.
I would like to take care of the Elephant King in the room today and, give my story on why I'm wearing an eye patch today. I got hurt. That is all.
Come on, how'd you get hurt?
I got into a fight, and the pirate was like, "Hey, I'll give you my loot."
Wait.
And I was
that
like,
kind of pirate? You told me it was like, a DVD pirate.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No. This is a real live pirate.
Oh, like Blackbeard.
I was walking down the street, and this
way
pirate
less
came up, and he was like, "Hey,
He was like, "Hey, fellas,
anyone want to fight?" And I was like, "I'll swashbuckle you."
Yeah. Yeah. He got into a fisticuffs.
And I said, "What's in it for me?" And he said, "You can have all my booty." And you can have all my booty.
Yeah.
And I said, "Does
good.
that include the eye patch? Because that looks pretty sick." And he said, "Aye."
He said,
Patch.
"I patch."
So,
Yeah.
so you got in the fight and you won, clearly.
Yeah.
But
I won.
Right.
did he get your eye?
No,
at what
no,
cost?
I'm just wearing the eye patch.
At what cost?
It's a fashion
did you win?
statement.
No, there was a big dust storm today in our lovely, beautiful city of Las Vegas that I love so much. And I got hit by a huge gust of wind and a rock flew into my eye. So I'm wearing the eye patch
Dramatization.
today. Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect.
That's exactly how it happened. Except rocks flew into both of my eyes. Thankfully, one eye was okay.
Do you want to?
Yeah. Ah!
Wait.
Wow.
So
That's
it was
exactly
the
how
same
it
rock.
happened.
We're gonna have to put a graphic warning on this.
Yeah, sorry, kid.
Yeah. Not made for.
Anyways, we got Gabbi Fisher in the hot seat today. How are you doing?
I'm doing good today. How are you guys doing?
We're tired. We all work because this isn't a full-time thing.
Yeah, we don't get paid
yet.
for this yet. Yes,
Yeah.
Capri Sun has
but
yet
Capri
to reach out
Sun,
to us.
or you know what, 805. I'd be down with that too.
Yeah, or undisclosed Tumblr brand.
Right.
I'm also
What's in there?
Huh? Nothing. It's I forgot to fill it up before we started recording.
for real.
So, how you doing?
Do you want some
Gabby?
805?
No, I don't like numbers.
All right, we're 4 minutes in. Let's get down to business.
Okay.
This
all
is
right. Yeah. We'll
compared to the 10 a.m. podcast we did earlier. This is a lot more loose. This is
complete
happy hour
vibe shit.
podcast right
Sure.
here.
Yeah, it is happy
Yeah.
hour.
Can we get
Happy
some
hour
apps?
podcast. Some appetizers?
Yeah.
What do you want? Like,
we can move this whole
wings?
setup to Applebee's.
Yeah.
They got half price apps now.
Oh my god, they have dollar margaritas?
2 for $24.
$1 margaritas.
Right?
Right? That's a deal?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What kind of alcohol are
hit,
they using?
hit pause.
No.
Let's hit pause and cut it in as though we left and
Hold
came
on.
back.
You guys
No,
just
it's
start
okay.
talking. I'll figure this out. This is what I'm here for.
Okay.
Yeah,
find
Jamie,
this
look that one
yeah,
up.
Jamie, pull up the
Jamie.
video. It's entirely possible.
So we'll get into some music questions in a second, but Gabby, how you doing? Have you tried the vegan wine that I gave you?
Not yet.
Okay. Well,
Do you like spike it or something?
no. I was trying to segue into saying that you're vegan because I wanted to ask what your
How
favorite...
that plays into your music.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
Go on, go on.
it was a completely unrelated music
Okay,
question.
sorry.
What's the best vegan taco in town?
I don't know. Probably. I guess I would just say Tacotarian, just because
Yeah,
it's the
Tacotarian,
most
that
common.
is-
You know.
I heard
Represent.
Poncho's is pretty good.
Ponchos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ponchos is up there too.
I didn't know they did.
They
vegan
do support
tacos.
Trump though, so I do not
Ponchos?
support them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait, really?
Yeah, they do.
for real, you're a musician and you don't support Trump?
Okay, cut that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
cutting
sorry.
all that
we
out.
can cut that.
Let's just restart because
I'll just bleep the Trump word.
you don't support
Yeah, then bleep
insert.
that too.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
just beep it out.
Yeah,
All right,
you
all
don't
right.
support.
We're
Yeah.
5+ minutes in.
Yeah.
Fez.
I don't like the timer anymore. Let's take it off. I feel like I'm so self-conscious now.
Don't look at the timer.
I'm sorry.
Minimize the timer.
What?
God,
Okay,
we're
all right.
getting all off the rails. We were
right.
so prepped for
Yeah.
the first episode we recorded.
We also recorded it at not happy hour.
Right.
And we
yeah.
hit up
Woke
beat ups
hungover
on the way
and did
here.
that. All right, so
Okay.
just before we get into this, it's the Dollarita. It's called the Dollarita.
Thank you, Michael. I look over and he's got the Applebee's website pulled up.
Can you guys keep this?
Yeah, no, we're keeping
No,
this.
this is the show. Like,
So
this
it-
is what we do.
It was a drink of the month.
Fez, we're on a podcast right now.
What
Can
month?
you please calm down?
I don't know. May for because tequila.
May. Okay. Well, that's coming up.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So
And if not, then it comes around
can
next
we
year too.
can we move the May Feature52 showcase to an Applebee's?
It's in a 10-ounce mug.
A 10-ounce mug.
Yeah.
Wow. Dollaritas.
Price, participation, and availability of the neighborhood drink of the month may vary by location, so it might not be guaranteed
Okay.
depending on where we go.
All right. Well, we'll call ahead.
As always, Applebee's reminds you to please drink responsibly. Sponsor us,
yeah.
Applebee's.
We
All
do
right,
that here.
Yeah.
all right, we got that figured out. Let's get down to business.
Yeah. To defeat the Huns.
I feel like I carried that last 5 minutes. Fez, you can go ahead and.
So
All right. I'll just.
Hey, guys.
I'll be back.
So welcome to the
Just
Feature
kidding.
52 podcast. We've got Gabby Fisher today of Elevated Undergrounds. Some of you in our circle may know that it's Gabby lead vocals. I, Fez, am actually on guitar. And we've got June Tyndall and we've got Joe Kennedy on drums.
Who will both be on the podcast?
Yes.
Soon enough.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of talented talent in this group, except for the guy on the guitar. But so Gabby, let's talk about. You've only been playing music for not too long, right? Like a year or 2 years, something like that.
Right. I guess I started singing in like the very end of 2019, and then I picked up like a guitar and started like songwriting probably in like July of 2020.
Okay. And we were talking about this on the other podcast that we were on, Broken Record. Shout out to White Noise
I was
and all
just
the
gonna
boys.
bring them up
Shout
too.
out.
Yeah.
Gooch.
Gooch. So you said you went into the forest and
Right.
kind of just belted, and that's how you started singing, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What
Yeah.
inspired that though? Like,
What
what made
inspired
you
that?
want to like just go do that? Why not sing in like where you were living, or like?
Well, where I lived was like a facility, so it's like Bolshoi Ballet, so like you're not allowed to like talk and
So this
shit.
so this was when
Gotcha.
you were in Russia.
Yes, I was in Russia.
Not Kazakhstan, because that was later. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is when you were in Russia, and it was
Yeah.
they had quiet hours. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
It was strange. Yeah,
you
so I
could
was just
only do
like,
ballet.
right.
Yeah,
So I was
within
like,
these
I'm gonna
walls.
go to the forest. So I just like walked, and yeah, then I'm
How long would you stay out there? Just like an hour,
probably
or just
2
like,
hours or something.
Just like sing to headphones, or
I think like originally I had like found some covers I liked, and I guess what inspired me to sing was just wanting to do something different. I think I got a lot of my music taste in Russia because there's really not much to do. So I kind of developed my own like style of what I liked. So then I would just cover some of those songs, and then it was a little bit later that I figured out I would rather songwrite than like cover the songs.
So what did you, I guess, is there anything, did you write about like your time in ballet? Is that what initially inspired you, I guess? And just kind of just what, were you just
Yeah,
writing?
like what you start writing about? Did you started writing while you were in Russia?
Or what had happened, I actually wrote poems before, and I think it was actually my mom's idea to start writing music, and she had a friend that was in a band, so I actually would go to him for advice, and he would kind of tell me, oh, like, this is what you could do to write a song. I mean, the best piece of advice he gave me was just do it, essentially, because that's, all of us have
advice.
kind of the power to do whatever we want. We just need, I guess, to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. I mean, look at what we're doing like, right now.
I'm on a podcast.
Yeah, we're on a podcast. So, and then you said you didn't start picking up a guitar till, so that was 2019, and end of 2019, and then kind of mid 2020.
Right.
When you picked up a guitar.
Right, yeah.
So that means when you and I met, you're probably only playing for less than a year, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's wild to, you know.
Yeah, I think I had joined a band probably 3 months out of having a guitar, and just like I already wrote music.
Right.
But they didn't know till like maybe the third week. I was like, oh yeah, I've been doing. I've been playing.
That was your previous band, Vigilante Birds.
Yeah,
or?
so it's kind of like maybe even to some extent it's the same band, because it was first Vigilante Birds, which was a kind of a classic rock band. Circle the Madmen, kind of similar vibe.
Yeah. And that's where I
where you
met.
met.
Yeah.
Yeah, so initially Vigilante Birds was Dylan. Dylan now works at Gibson in Nashville. And then Derek, who's in Ronnie Weiler's band.
Yeah.
And is it the Cosmic Frenzy?
It's still Cosmic Frenzy, yeah.
Cosmic
Ronnie
Frenzy?
Wilder and the Cosmic Frenzy.
And then Circle of Madmen was that with
It
Fez
was you,
replacing Dylan.
Yeah. So that's
Right.
how we met. Is that I replaced Dylan. Dylan found her first, and then he had to leave. Vigilante Birds needed a replacement, and that's how I met them. Is because Derek had a Craigslist ad. Yeah. So that's how we
found
first
out your
met.
real name.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because my email has my real name on it, and it'll like
Your real name is Fez. Don't try and trick
my
any
email
of the audience
has my
members
government
or-
name.
Oh.
Yeah, that's confidential information.
Yeah. My real name is
Your
Cut that,
government
cut that, cut
name
that.
is Fez
Yeah,
Reyes.
redacted.
Yeah. It's Fez.
You're not looking at me with one of your eyes, so I don't know if
I'm
you're
so sorry.
telling the truth or not.
Even if I had both eyes, I can only look at one place at a time. I can't. What? So,
really.
yeah, it's wild. I can't split my eyes.
That's strange.
But the rock split my eye though.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Anyways, yeah.
So you met like shortly before I met Gabby then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because the first time, when was the first time you guys met?
September-ish.
Yeah, it was around September. Sometime during the
21.
fall.
Are you sure it might have been here at Bull House?
No,
Right.
we had one jam, and then it was like probably 4 days later, you guys had your show.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wait, we had one jam.
We had one jam at MDV.
Oh.
And
like-
I
Circle
wrote
the
some
Madman.
lyrics. No. Us.
Oh, that's right. We did. Oh man.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't remember that
Elephant
either. Right.
King, and then I wrote Girl on Fire, the lyrics for that.
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
had me
to
sing
Feel, yeah.
Lip Biter. And then
That was
we
right before.
covered
That's crazy.
like
Yeah.
a few songs or something.
Yeah.
And then it
That's
was a few
crazy.
days
I
later.
don't even remember that. Yeah. Yeah. So that was the first time. Yeah. So I only
Yeah.
met her a few months before.
So I have
That
had
jam.
the pleasure of watching you guys start Elevated Undergrounds and get it off the ground, and that's been really awesome to watch. Gabby, is he treating you well?
He's a fella.
He's
Yeah.
a fella. We're all fellas.
Fellas.
He doesn't hit you because he hits me.
that's
Oh,
how,
you
that's
did
how
too?
he got the.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I got the eye thing.
You're the
People-
pirate?
Huh?
You're the pirate?
When you you just gotta put some eyeliner on, and then everyone's afraid of you, right? That's what you should be doing,
Oh,
right? Instead of
okay.
the eye patch.
Okay.
Maybe The Rock would be afraid to hit you too if you put some eyeliner on.
Oh.
Yeah. Did The Rock ask for your consent first?
Mother Nature did not ask for my consent. She walked right up and gave me the good old fucking...
No, I'm talking about The Rock.
What?
Dwayne Johnson.
No, I don't know him.
You don't. He puts his mic down.
Wow.
That's the last stupid question I get to ask.
Yeah. No, so anyways, what was I saying? It's been really great to watch you guys work on stuff. I was there for one of the original sessions before you had bass and drums.
Right.
And it's been really fun to watch you guys write and add Joe and June.
Yeah.
And start filling out all the songs that I heard that were just acoustic guitar and vocals.
Yeah. To think back to when it started, it really just started with Gabby kind of chugging away at the songs, and she's just got a melody, she's got her lyrics, so like the song is there, it's written. It's just you have to construct around it, like what instruments go where, and then from that point, so that's normally how we'll start. Is I've got Gabby's demo. I figure out, because there was one song suggestion, I believe, newer song. I don't think we've played it live yet. No.
Nope.
So, I was like picking at the chord progression, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't actually. It's like a B minor to a G instead of because there's like sympathetic notes in there, all that stuff. And so I'll start there, and then maybe come up with like a loose idea of what the song is, and then Joe and June come in and fill out everything else. June's got a lot of very interesting bass lines that she plays, and Joe's he's learned, so he's got there's a song we do with mallets, and he does all different kind of percussions. He does that little knife thing with the
cool.
That's what the pirate did.
To your eye.
Yeah,
with a drumstick.
No, he didn't. My eye's fine, guys. My eye is fine. I can see out of my eye.
Okay,
it's just aesthetic.
You did that, but from that angle, I couldn't see anything.
Well, I'm sorry.
Maybe we should go back to 10 a.m.s, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Hey, man, this Feature 52 is what we do.
It's great. This is fun.
But I'm not a rapper.
It's funny because he is.
I keep getting thrown off by the snarky comments.
So you've been playing for. Did you want to say something?
Go for it. No, I got to take this eye patch off.
So you've been playing for about like I guess 2 years, right? Somewhere around there. What kind of brought you to wanting to express yourself in that way? Like, because you said you've told me before that your background is mainly dance. You've been doing ballet since you were middle school, younger.
I think I started when I was 15.
Okay, so
14.
So yeah, still fairly a few years, right?
Yeah.
What made you want to switch your passion? Because you were super into that before music came along, right?
Yeah, I guess with ballet, I feel like you can still be authentic to yourself in certain respects, but it's very constructed, and you have to follow a lot of rules and things like that. And I feel like with music, you can be authentic in your own way and kind of in your own rights. And I find that more interesting. And I find that, or at least writing has always been something I liked, whether it's creative writing or like poems, like I said. So I feel like through music, it's a very cool process. And then I think expanding it with giving you the music and now the band Elevated Undergrounds, it's even more interesting to collaborate with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had basically a full-on career in ballet. Like, does that influence your music at all? Like your whole dance, everything, having a life
prior to music.
Yeah, a life of passion prior to music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. They're very different things. I feel like I definitely have an understanding of like work ethic and stuff like that, but I feel like with music it's much more free, and I definitely like it a lot more than ballet, if that makes sense. Like I would still consider it like a passion and everything, but it was very much its own world, and I was kind of happy to not be a part of it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. I definitely think the work ethic shines through. I mean, a lot of new musicians or just new bands in general will take it very slow and not really get at it, so to speak. And I feel like you have the fire and like everything from getting the merch together, getting the band together, like writing the songs and finding people that you vibe with. And you're playing a lot of shows despite not even having any music out yet, which we'll get into recording soon. But I definitely think that work ethic probably transferred over.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something I'm very happy about with this group is because you and I were, Elephant King also took off relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But in Elevated Undergrounds, it's I feel like Gabbi, she takes a lot of the lead with, booking the shows and everything, and like you said, getting the merch together and all that stuff. So it's nice to take a back seat for me and kind of just focus on the music.
Well, yeah, you're so busy with Elephant King. It's like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do all of that again with another band.
Yeah,
like, it would be too much.
Yeah, it's tough enough. But do you want to extrapolate on that a little bit? How do you find the time to do what you do? You know what I mean?
Like songwriting, or
yeah, I mean, I guess
the
like,
whole process of doing a band type
yeah,
thing.
like do you feel like and I guess I'm asking you from the perspective of being in another group, do you find that all the business stuff, like getting together merch and all that stuff, do you find that difficult to juggle with also the creative aspect of it, like trying to write at the same time, or do you feel like you manage it pretty easily?
It's definitely not easy to manage all aspects of it, but I feel like also, maybe this is another thing that connects to ballet. Like a lot of people had like dance moms or things like that, but I decided to do ballet on my own accord, so I had to do everything. And like getting into schools and stuff like that, I did that myself. Getting scholarships, I did that myself. So like if I wanted to go to a certain school, I have to figure out the flight, I have to figure out how to get in, I have to figure out their requirements, really a lot of things, or even like the director's name, or like ballet actually has a lot of terminology, like it's in French, so it's kind of like, I guess I have like an urgency with things I prioritize and care about. So just with the band, I put it first. So it's probably, it's not too difficult, just it's what I want to do.
Yeah. So it sounds, you're already like that. Like you're already just...
Yeah, you're a self-starter as it is. Yeah. You started as a self-starter.
Started as a fella.
Yeah. True fellas know.
True fellas know.
But no, I feel it's hard getting things started, being up and coming. You got to wear a lot of hats. Yeah. And you have to be very proactive about knowing which hats to put on at which times. And
wore a crown the other night.
I did.
She did at the Truth Spot.
Yeah.
That was an awesome show, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out to Black Sheep and Andrew for putting those drums sounded phenomenal.
Yeah, the sound for all the bands that night was awesome. Yeah. Everything sounded so good. You guys have a very experimental song that you play in the middle of, or you just started playing recently in the middle of your set. And Andrew, right, did
Andrew,
sound? What do you know his last name?
Genzel.
Andrew Genzel. With a G.
Gensel?
At Drummers Have Fast Hands.
Yeah. Great guy.
This is social. He's wicked good, and he made Joe's drums sound awesome, even though he was playing with mallets, which is really hard to get sounding good
live.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, I guess, what's coming up next. So we played that show last Thursday.
Right.
Now we are going to record pretty soon here.
What date?
We're going to record on April 30th at Sonic Rodeo.
Doing
Saturday.
3 songs.
Yes. Yeah, we are doing 3 songs. For those of you familiar with our set list, we're doing I'd Like, we are doing Wrong, which we normally open with, and we're doing Medicine. Yeah. So
3 bangers.
Yeah, 3 bangers. Yeah. So we're super excited to get those out. I guess going back to writing, I feel like I see a lot of themes, like the same theme in some of your songs. Where do you draw like inspiration from? I know we were kind of talking about that earlier, like back when you were
Made a little knife noise.
Yeah. Because I love the lyrics that you write. Or do you kind of just pull that from? I remember one time we spoke about it, and you said you kind of just let the pen take your hand.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and then you draw the inspiration afterwards, right?
Right, yeah. I guess with writing, I always come up with the music first, so like the guitar parts. Usually they do get changed, but it's mainly to form a melody.
Yeah. So you start with the instrument first, and then you
Right.
kind of sing over that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I've written one song in reverse, but I'm definitely open to different methods of writing, but it does typically go a certain way. So once I have that, usually I'll come up with some words or phrases I hear in the music. I guess that's a style. I kind of did this unconsciously, but I guess it's like a style that Pixies and Nirvana used. Just matching the words to the music, if that makes sense, or more about like how the word sounds. So I
Right.
focus on how the word sounds versus even what it means sometimes. And I usually write around that. With a lot of my songs, I feel like they do have meanings, but they kind of are shown to me also later. Like I do let it write itself.
I do the same thing. Sometimes I have a very clear picture of what I'm trying to say, but a lot of the time the line itself is meaningless until I get it out, and I'm like, oh, that means this according to this song because I'm trying to fit this theme for this song, kind of thing. So I feel where you're coming from. Are you excited to go in the studio? This is your first time in the studio,
Yeah.
right? In a
Official.
real
An
studio.
official studio, yeah.
Yeah.
That should be fun. Yeah.
Reed
Reed.
Reed is doing the sound.
Doing the sound. Is there anything specific that you are really excited for, aside from being in just recording in a studio? Is there any part of the studio experience that you're excited for?
Honestly, all of it, because it's all very new. With the process we're doing, I believe we're playing live and then going over, adding extra parts like the vocals and etc. So I think that's going to be interesting to do that. I'm just excited to see the whole process because I've never been in a studio like that.
And when's the first single coming out?
I guess it kind of depends how long
Yeah.
it'll take to. I don't know. I know it was like 2 weeks to get everything to let everything hit all the different streaming services.
Yeah, definitely. I know there's even other options, like you could get it on curated playlists and stuff. Definitely as a band, we would have to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah.
And then go
Which
from there.
we're having a meeting pretty much tomorrow to get an idea of the schedule and everything. Assuming we get everything that day,
Right,
we
right.
walk out with a MP3 and a WAV file.
There's a lot to learn on the subject of releasing music that a lot of people don't realize until they go through the process of releasing their first
Absolutely.
single or album or whatever.
Like something that people might not know, which I certainly didn't know. It takes different streaming services like Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer. Like they will hit different times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Excuse me. You got to give them enough time. If you want things to go out, like, say, at midnight across all streaming services, you need to give, like, a significant amount of time, like a month, sometimes even like 2 months for some services.
Wow.
But that's just if you want everything to be synced,
Yeah.
It's usually like 2-3 weeks processing just in general. But that's awesome. Are you releasing it through DistroKid or what's the other one, TuneCore? Like
CD Baby?
Have you thought CD Baby? I don't think CD Baby does digital distribution, do they?
They just do CDs.
I think
They
they
do.
just
No,
they
they
do.
do.
They do
Yeah.
digital.
I looked into them for a little bit, but they honestly their monetization of it, like how you pay them, isn't too bad. It's like you just pay $60 to put out a release, and it's up there forever. It's not like a yearly thing. Like DistroKid, I know, is a yearly price, and you can just put up as much as you want. So it depends on how you release your music. But if you're putting out just like an album, like I think a single is still the same price. It's everything, whatever you put out,
Gotcha.
the bulk of what you put out, it's $60 per release. So it just depends on your release schedule, I guess. Yeah.
So have you looked into any of that? Do you know what you're using?
Yeah, based on what other musicians do and use, I think DistroKid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did all the research for this a long time ago, and I ended up on DistroKid. I don't know if there's anything out there now that's better, or
If anybody has any recommendations, drop them in the comments.
yeah, drop them in the comments
Yeah,
below.
this
I
will be
forgot-
like after the fact. It's
yeah.
all recorded and everything. That's when people are gonna see.
Right.
This.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
posterity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this is going down. We're making history right
Well,
now.
you never know. Someone, you know what? When people are actually watching this, like 5 years from now, when we have a following and they're like going back, like, I wonder what the first 4 episodes were like.
Yeah.
They'll be in the comment section.
Exactly the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
It ends after that.
Yeah. They just come back to watch the first 4, and then
That's
episodes 5
Yeah.
through 60, whatever. You
Yeah.
know, that's not 5 years, by the way. That's like a little over a year. Anyway, they'll be in the comment section.
Yeah.
and
The
they
people
might,
pointing out that little.
yeah, they might want to know other services.
So I guess what would you? What's some advice you would have for somebody trying to break into the scene? Because you made it seem pretty easy, like breaking into the scene, like fresh new band, no music out, but we're playing like 10 shows. You know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I would say in like life in general, because I usually like start late to a bunch of things. You just have to be like confident enough in what you're doing and kind of just go for it, because the reality is you can kind of never be prepared enough for certain things, and the biggest person holding you back is you, and you kind of have to let go of the looking stupid thing. I think that's why I started music, because I got to a point where I was like so sick and tired of what I was doing, and I didn't care anymore about looking stupid, so I just was like, I will do it.
Yeah, the confidence is key for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the blasé attitude of it. You know, 'cause like you said earlier, just the best advice you can give is just do it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Nike made a whole career out of that.
Good for them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Shia LaBeouf also, he built his career off of just do it.
no, he had
but-
So
Transformers
did
first.
Nike.
No, he built his career off of that meme. What do you mean? He didn't do movies
What do you
before
mean?
that.
Yeah, he didn't exist.
That
before
that meme is
he manifested that
He-
day.
he was
he was
born
birthed
and
into
then
the
did the
universe.
meme.
Yeah, it was the Big Bang. Shia LaBeouf, just do it. That's why the Big Bang happened. Was because
yeah.
Mr.
Oh, okay.
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, you were there actually at the Big Bang.
I was, yeah. Good time.
I'm sorry. I'm
deep
trying
cut.
to keep inside jokes out of the
To the minimum.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
at least to the minimum.
That's a deep cut.
But
right
you know
there.
what?
Shia LaBeouf.
Fez has lived the entire lifetime of the universe, and there's no debating this.
Yeah,
It is. it's
and it's great.
it's
like
known fact.
being as old as time in memoriam myself. It's great to see that there's always great new music out there. You know what I mean? Elevated Undergrounds, for example. Not
Wow.
just
Jack
be-
yourself
Great.
off. Why don't you?
Great.
Not just
no, that was a
because-
great segue.
Not
no,
just
it was.
because I mean, not the I guess not the band specifically, because we all 4 members, we have our music on different platforms with different groups and everything. Joe's got Lolkakulk. Spell that.
Wow, put me on the spot again.
Sorry.
LALKAKALK.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then June has music on Spotify as well under June with periods in between, so J.U.N.E.
Is there a dot after the E?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've all got different mediums, different groups that we express ourselves in. The collaborative effort that is Elevated Undergrounds forms something pretty unique, I think. But it's also good to know that there's I feel I see the tinges of like your influences and having known you now for about a year, I kind of get a feel for what you actually listen to and everything, because when I first started working with you, I heard a lot of Nirvana, like the grungy stuff, but like the more punky grungy stuff. But I know you listed the Breeders. Who else you kind of got in your top 10 list of artists that you draw inspiration from?
I feel like it with different aspects I draw different things. Like vocally I would say I like a lot of dynamics, so I'd probably look to someone like PJ Harvey or Violent Femmes. And then musically I would say probably mainly grunge influences like Nirvana, mainly because it's just power chords and it's fairly easy. I guess for me it's more about an expression of what I do versus like the music. But it's really good to have really skilled musicians because they add that to it. Yeah.
And I like that there's a lot of room for us to, breathe, like there's a lot of, and you're very open to these new ideas and everything.
That's what it takes to be a good band, is to have everybody bring in, their creative input and not have a leader, so to speak.
Yeah.
Have a leader that's open and willing to experiment.
Yeah, that's great that we have that dynamic. You know what I mean in an EU.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, do you guys have any like ritual or anything that you do before a show? Anything specific to prepare you for the stress?
As a group, no. Showing up is definitely step one.
It's 90%.
Showing up. Like personally?
Yeah.
I guess actually I do have like maybe a ritual before every practice. Like I usually, I don't know why. I think it's because I sing for my diaphragm. I can't eat 4 hours before I sing. So that's a unfortunate ritual, unless it's ice cream. I found that's fine, and onions, which is just random food.
I've heard ice cream is bad for your vocal cords. The dairy is bad for your vocal cords.
I'm vegan, see.
Oh, vegan ice cream. That's
Right.
true. That's true. Got me there. I forgot. I even started the podcast talking about the vegan wine. So
yeah, but I'd say in
vegan
general,
tacos.
like trying to keep the good vibes going.
Yeah.
Like always want to check in with your bandmates, make sure everyone's good. I feel like at this point we're really just enjoying it, and we don't really have stress or anything. We just go up and do what we do.
Do you do any warm ups or anything?
Yeah, actually, I don't know why, but I always, even before practices, I usually sing White Rabbit, just because I feel like that song has like a good amount of range for what I would do in a show.
Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah,
White
Jefferson
Rabbit,
Airplane.
It's a good track.
Deep cut.
Deep
Good track.
cut?
Yeah. It's not that deep. They're like one of their. It's that one and Somebody Love, I think, is their two most famous tracks.
Yeah, we actually used to do that song in our other band.
Yeah, we used to cover Somebody to Love in
Circle of Madmen.
Yeah. Oh, and prior to that, Vigilante Birds covered it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I got one. I can tell you're trying to think of your next question.
you see the wheel spinning.
Yeah, I do. When you play in a band long enough, you can tell when the other person's wheels are clogged. Clog your wheel. We're clogging wheels over here.
Clogging wheels out there, bud, huh? Come on.
You put a lot of effort into showmanship and into your performance, and it's something that a lot of new people onto the scene, or not onto the scene, but just new musicians, new bands in general, often put to the wayside as a second priority to just playing the music. And it's something that we try in Elephant King. We try really hard to do, but in the end, it just takes experience. But you pull it off really well. Is there any tips that you would like to give for putting on a good show?
Yeah, I think, or at least my idea that I have with myself is that if I'm bored, they're bored. So I guess my first priority in general, even not performance-wise or not with like theatricality, is like, can I do something different? Mm-hmm. And also just not for the reason of being different, but can I like keep myself entertained? Can I like push different boundaries and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And I guess in general with people starting out, like it is awkward, especially like some stages you're like at eye level with people.
Yeah, especially in Vegas, right?
Especially in Vegas. So like I'm just gonna say it like is awkward, and honestly it's probably even gonna be awkward like most of the times when you start, but eventually hopefully you get into kind of a zone, and then you just do what you do.
You just gotta do it.
And yeah, there's even some shows where it's been a lot chiller. And even to myself, I'm thinking like, ooh, like, you know, because I personally feed off the audience, I feel like, and it's much easier for me to do that. But in general, you just have to do it for yourself. Right. And I mean, at the end of the day, you enjoy being there. So
yeah, if you enjoy it yourself, it'll come through in the performance.
Absolutely. Is there anyone that any like professional musicians that you've studied the show of, and like tried to pull tricks from?
Actually, that aspect, no.
That's good.
That's all natural.
Yeah, it's all natural.
What do you pull from your ballet? I mean, you do the flip.
Probably a bit, yeah. I guess one thing, though, I've seen a lot of people also being theatrical, but I feel like it does have to mesh with the music well, because you could just be doing things to, you know, I feel like it has to have intention and purpose. So
do you have an example of what you're talking about?
Or I don't know, some people are just doing the most, but it doesn't match the music, you know, being extra, but it's not really adding to the audience's experience at all. Kind of just like two colliding things versus two things that go together. Yeah,
that's good insight into the mind of Gabbi Fisher.
So
the mind of Elevated Undergrounds.
Yeah. We've played a couple different venues now. Is there any dream venues, like either here locally, I guess both here locally, and on the worldwide stage? Like, do we want to, like, would you love to play at Wembley or something like that? I'm sure most people would, but.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as of right now, there's really good venues like the Space or Taverna. Yeah. I guess a lot of my musician friends agree, but like a good PA system is really helpful, you know, being able to hear everyone.
Dream venue anywhere with a PA.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Say you're from the local Las Vegas scene without saying you're from the local Las Vegas scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the main thing is enjoying what's going on. Yeah. I think being able to play for like near the bottom of like a festival, like being on the bottom of a festival list, that would be like a really sick goal.
Yeah.
Or opening for someone you like.
Life is Beautiful has the local stage.
Yeah.
Right.
So on that note of opening for someone you'd like to open, like somebody you'd like to open for, what are some current acts nationwide, I guess, you think we should try to shoot for? I know you like Violent Femmes, and you saw them.
That would be crazy.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, I did.
The Garden, could we open for them?
I don't. That's more of a punk. I feel like we'd have to. I saw the Garden, and we'd definitely have to be very. You know, it's super a punk. Big mosh pit, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bit of a genre shift, but you never know.
I mean, I would. Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, like you said, Violent Femmes, that would be cool. I may see Built to Spill this Thursday.
Nice.
I love Built to Spill. That would be.
Were they just here
like
back in September? Or?
They were here in, I believe, November.
They were here with Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
And who else was on that bill? It was Built to Spill, Dinosaur
those
Jr.
were the main two. I did not get to see the openers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, same question, but down to the more local or amateur level. Is there anyone that you haven't played a show with yet that you would like to play a show with or collaborate with within our scene?
Yeah, I have some friends that are in Orange Eats Creeps. I really like their sound, and Howie is the person I was talking about that was helping me with writing my first songs. Right, and they even wrote guitar riffs and sent them to me, and that was the first song I ever wrote. So.
And he's in that group, right?
Yeah, Howie's the drummer for Orange Eats Creeps.
Also the drummer in Close to Modern, right?
Yeah, also Close to Modern. Close to Modern's very cool too, yeah.
Does Orange Eats Creeps, they have music out as well, right?
They do. It's only on Bandcamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But Orange Eats Creeps spelled exactly like you think.
Yes.
Okay, got it. We'll look them up later.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to put that on my queue later. It's hard to sometimes it's hard to put all the individual names to different bands, especially when
we know everyone.
People like us are in 2, 3, 4 bands at a time, and you meet people and they're like, "Oh yeah, I play for this band," and then you meet them the week after and they're like, I also play for this band, and then you meet them the week after and they're like, no, I also play for this band. Yeah, Orange Eats Creeps going on my queue. Going on your queue, too.
Yeah.
I pointed to the camera for the audio listeners. I forgot
Yeah.
it's an audio show. It's a podcast.
Well, that was a pretty good run of questions. I think I feel pretty good. Gabby, do you have questions for us?
Shoot, do I have questions for you guys?
Yeah.
I was not prepared.
Oh, well, you were supposed to be, so come on.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm just kidding. We're not prepared when we start this show.
Yeah.
Can we get a
you think
fit
there's
check?
questions on this list?
Yeah.
Can we get a fit check from everyone here?
Fit check.
Oh.
I don't know if it's appropriate for me to stand up.
Please show the viewers.
Cut that out.
Cut that.
My shorts are just regular length.
Fit check. I went for the classic Nick look. Honestly, this is pretty standard.
This is really classic Nick.
Yeah, I went very comfortable. I prioritized comfort.
I thought you were gonna stand in the chair.
No, I wanted to show my socks.
Yeah, let's see him.
Yeah. No,
Let
nice.
me get a zoom in on
Can we
those
get a
socks.
zoom in? I won't kick the beer. There's no holes on the bottom, right? Thank you to the audio listeners who stick through this part. My socks are yellow and,
Well, they
and
paid
white,
for it, so
and they say positivity and breathe. And they got rainbows and suns on them. I got that, and I got my red joggers and a long sleeve tee. My Bob Marley necklace that is not mine. It's my mom's, but I stole it, and it's mine now.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. I got my beanie on.
Just,
Oh, the eye patch, but my eye's feeling a lot better. So.
I have shorts on.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Comfortability Fez choice.
Yeah.
Wear the Crocs.
I wear the Crocs at work.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't actually wear.
But
shoes.
you take them off to get in the car to come here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
You think I should skip that step? Like just wear Crocs all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Croc season.
On stage, Crocs on stage.
Can
we get some Elephant King Crocs?
Elephant Crocs?
Elephant Crocs.
Yeah.
I just want to put it out there. This camera died.
Okay.
But
I think that's a good.
so
Well,
just want to let you know.
all right. Thank you. How much time do we got on this camera?
Oh, it's infinite.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
gosh, really?
Yeah.
Infinite.
No. I mean,
I thought I had to go in like intervals or something.
yeah, but I mean,
Gabby, we didn't get your fit check though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shirt, Goodwill.
Yeah. Shirt, glasses, jacket,
Pants, Goodwill.
Yeah. Do you,
Socks, H&M.
I didn't know we were naming where we got everything.
Oh.
So you-
I'm wearing full thrifty.
Where did
Yeah,
I don't even know where I
Full
got
thrifty
this shirt.
except for the kicks, you know?
So you, speaking of fit check, you've always got like the fit on every time we go on stage
Yeah.
and in general, but you thrift a lot, right?
Yeah.
What are your favorite spots to hit? Like Goodwill?
One of the best places actually, Faith Lutheran, but bring earbuds. It's the worst music I've ever heard in my life.
school?
No, they have a thrift store.
Oh.
The school.
Savers, but you got to go to these places on certain days. So Faith Lutheran is Tuesday, Goodwill is Monday. Also Savers is Monday. So
Okay.
got to keep that in mind.
spots to-
Also, bring your grandparents. They want to go, and they got the discount.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Oh, the senior discount.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm always trying to go on the colored tag days. That's where you get all the
Yeah.
good stuff for a buck or two.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's about time that we get out of here. We're at 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
pretty
a
good.
camera is dead.
yeah, I'm
So-
sorry. I
No,
guess
it's
I didn't
okay.
charge
No,
enough.
you're
but,
good. You're good.
It's crazy that one runs forever.
Yeah, unlimited, like storage space,
infinite
unlimited.
space.
The battery unlimited.
Does it weigh you down like when you've got unlimited?
You ever held like a 2 terabyte external hard
Yeah,
drive
they're
and it's
heavy.
full?
Yeah.
It gets really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows the more data you have on a hard drive, the heavier it gets.
It's like a water jug.
Yeah. Wow, 48 minutes. Well, I mean, I can't judge you for not having the camera fully charged. I mean, who would have thought that we'd be sitting here for 48 minutes and 22 seconds?
And 23 seconds.
20 and 24.
It's
All right,
still
let's
going.
get the fuck out of here. All right, Gabby, is
shout-outs.
there anything that you would like to plug? Anything coming up? This is going up early May.
All right. Early May. So far, if this does get uploaded before May 5th. We do have a show May 5th. It looks like after that we don't have any shows officially scheduled. Not yet. But be on the lookout for our single Medicine.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Yes, that'll be the first one.
And you actually do have a show coming up.
That's a very important
the
show.
Feature52 live showcase here at Bull House.
Yeah.
You can find information for that in the description below on the whatever service you're listening or watching this on. You got anything else to say before we close out?
No. If this is out before May 5th or if you saw our May 5th show, thanks for coming out. Also, thank you for all of our awesome friends. Nick, you as well. Mike, thanks for all the awesome photos. We're very thankful for that we're surrounded by this great community and we're all helping each other out. That's what the scene's all about.
Musicians helping musicians.
Everyone,
that's what we gotta do here.
Thanks for coming out to our shows. Thanks for supporting us, buying merch. We've got more awesome music coming your way. So there's the May 5th show, and then there's the May 20th show right here at the Bull House for the Feature52 showcase.
Can I get like a
right here at the Bull House?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The description will be below. Maybe right here you'll find some recommended videos. Yeah.
All right.
If you wanted to change web pages up there.
Gabby, any last words?
Yeah.
Any last words?
Everyone knows at the
Das
we're
Vidania, suka.
we're at 50 minutes. If we hit the 1 hour mark, you're dead. And if you die on the podcast, you die in real life.
All right.
I think I'm gonna sign out for tonight.
Let's crank up that AC, man, because it's a hot one in here.
Yeah, sorry, it went off right at the end there.
So it sounded like a fucking lightsaber booting up.
That's a weird lightsaber.